Like it shows that, oh, I'm so confident, you know. Then when they can kind of figure out that you have something else that's a trump card.
But what if you're doing it to bait your opponent? To bait him into thinking like, maybe you have something, but no. There's this one matchup, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I need to put this out there that I think it was Tom60229.
Yeah.
From he played a counter spell or something, and then Savish was just looking at him like, what is it? What is that secret? Because he had ultimate infestation in his druid hand, as well as I think it's a 4-mana card or something, and he was like, no, it can't be counter spell. They're just looking at each other and be like, I love those mind games. So it can happen.
Okay, we have to cut that short because we are gonna see Blood Bloom into feeding time into Azalina. So maybe Abu Ibrahim's confidence gonna come back and bite him here.
Oh man, Tuan is so happy to see that other Elise.
And the Mechatoon as well. Abu Ibrahim is like, oh no, my one extra fatigue turn. I should have just dumped the Elise earlier. Why did I forget about the Azalina?
Wait, question is, these players know each other's decks.
Yeah.
They've seen it, so like, it means Abu Ibrahim should have seen his Azalina coming from a mile away then and try to use his, you know.
Yeah, but he probably thought that Tuan was never gonna play the Azalina. Because how are you gonna find the time, right?
That's
I guess this is how it happens. Shoot Blood Bloom into feeding time? So that's how you get it?
See, that's the random factor in the in this Angoro packs, which makes this game slightly more interesting to cast, and might just turn the game, or just right around like that. So technically, this Azalina balances out with the extra Elise.
So even though we talked about Abu Ibrahim having an extra turn, that is now void.
Yep, because Tuan just balances it out. Another Dynomatic coming out. Is Spring Rocket even good?
I mean, it's face damage.
It is face damage.
I think you probably take the Dynomatic. Like, both of the Angoro packs have been played, right? So you're gonna see some minions which are not max come out.
It's also a clean play with the Elise turn, if he so pleases.
He can't hero power, so it's not super clean. But it's like a 10 mana turn, yeah.
So you always value hero power right now, regardless of what it is.
I mean, it's still infinite value, right? And this is boiling down to like the last few cards you get.
Oh.
I can see go either way. He chooses to go with the Spring Rocket, so I don't hate it.
See, okay. It's good. It's a good card, right?
It's good. It's fine. I don't hate it.
2-1 deal 2 damage. It reminds me of the old like Katoon days.
Yep.
The point that it deals 2 damage and clears the board means Tuan is still able to put some sort of minion pressure. What is the...
So the question now is, will Abu Ibrahim's second pack get him another at least? Because if that happens, he goes back into +1 fatigue.
If that's a 3 of a kind, he's literally he has higher chance of winning poker in real life if that happens to him. Because that never happens to me.
Alright. Anyway, we will see the Bulldozer come down on the side of Tuan. Gonna clear off this Mechatoon.
2 Bulldozers already being played by Tuan. That's
So,
actually pretty good value.
I think we're gonna see Bulldozer into Bulldozer.
This game is fun.
Bulldozer into Bulldozer. I mean, I can't see anything else. You can leave that up.
Do you even Razor Pedal that 1-1?
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? I mean, it clears up your hand, lets you play the pack. You have 1 mana floating anyway. Never gonna use that Razor Paddle, so...
I like both of their hands on the left side. It's Reckless Flurry into...
Okay, he chooses to leave the Razor Paddle up. I mean, it's fine, really. You might want to send it to face eventually. I imagine that's what Abu Ibrahim is thinking about. Maybe the one on board is not as valuable as the potential 1 damage ping.
Oh no, because if they know each other's hands, right? Technically, so if Tuan decides to commit Mechatoon for this, the Razor Pedal clears it out.
Oh, you're right. Right. Okay. That makes so much more sense.
Yes.
Yep.
So yeah.
You smart, Joshua.
I'm trying. But actually, it's not even that bad because the hero power from the Dr. Boom is also able to clear
No, but
that
he
up.
wouldn't have known he'd get the zap until
Yeah,
he
you're
passed.
right. You're right too.
So yeah.
There's like a mini, like mini escape
it's
button.
insurance, yeah. But I think it's definitely the superior play in this spot.
Yep.
Very heads up by Abu Ibrahim there. Oh, this game going in all sorts of directions. I lost count of the fatigue like 6 turns ago. Like the moment the second at least came down, right? I kind of lost count. So I'm just gonna take a short break from casting, leave Joshua alone.
What? We'll chill and just cast this 6 fatigue damage game, and I don't know. It's gonna go up to the to the 12s, 13,
21.
Has to be 12, right? Angoro Pack. Let me just commentate on this for a little bit. There is no permutations to see what's happening, but I don't think there was a... There's a legendary. That's a Vorax. Wait, Vorax into... Wait, Vorax into Scale Height is actually crazy.
Huh.
Cast a spell on this minion. It summons another copy. Is it? Wait, no. You need to cast it onto another minion, so it has to be another.
Right.
Wait, I kind of forgot what Vorax does.
Yeah, we haven't seen that card since ever. When it came out, it was experimented a bit with in Rogue, I believe.
Oh.
Then after that, it didn't see much play.
Wait, that's a Spike Ridge Steed. So if Vorax sticks, that's 2 Spike Ridge Steeds on the board.
I think you just save it for like the next turn. You just play like 4+6.
Yup.
Like there's no reason to commit the Spike Ridge Steed right now, I think.
But Vorax needs to stick on board first, right?
No, because it's 4+6, so you have 10 mana, right? You just
no, wait, let's see this. Oh, yeah, you're right. So Vorax can come down next turn if he wants, but he needs to commit a minion this turn.
I mean, you just play the crab.
Which is the crab.
Fine, right? Like.
Oh, he chills.
He doesn't want to get the double Spike Ridge Steed?
He chooses to chill
I guess it's because he knows that Tuan has Razor Petals.
Oh my god, that's a Dino
size! No, is that Dino size? It's a Dino size. I think the Dino size is a bigger deal. It makes the 1/1 a 10-10.
You're right. Is that a punish? No, you can't say that, right?
Yeah, I mean,
you can't say that.
You can't say that. There's no way you know. The Dino size is gonna come down, I believe. I mean, I could imagine the Direhorn, but Dino size here is just so good, right?
I was so concerned on like fatigue count that I literally forgot that Dino size. I saw the Dino size, I saw the animation, but I was like, it didn't register for like 2 seconds till you said it. You see, this is why you keep me on track too. You're right.
I mean, it's like the fatigue here is a thing, but even more than the fatigue, I think, it really has come down to the quality of the Elise packs.
Yep. I think there's roughly about 3 or 4 Elise played this game already.
4 Elises?
4 Elises.
5?
1, 2, 3,
4?
Copy. 4? No.
4?
4, definitely 4.
4.
Because on Abu Ibrahim, he discovered another one, found another one, and then Tuan, he copied one. So that's 4 Elises. 10-10, boys! That's 7 damage, and suddenly Abu Ibrahim is on the red.
Yep, so Abu Ibrahim is actually 3 turns off.
Oh yeah, so it's actually Vorax. You don't have to commit another minion. My mechanics was a little bit off. So it's casting a spell on that minion.
Yep, so double Spike Ridge Steed here. Gonna be able to block off this Dino-sized minion on the board. It's quite awkward because this is actually 4 taunts, which is super difficult for Tuan to get through. He gets the Rune Spear though from the Molten Blade.
Oh my god, that's not bad at all.
Like we were talking about the Dinosaurs and the Direhorn, but we totally forgot that the Molten Blade turns into a random weapon every turn.
Yes.
The problem now is he has to play it now or it turns into something else.
And warrior spells are okay, I would say. Wait,
oh man, what do you even want to get here? I don't know.
Omega Assembly.
Your hand doesn't have the space to...
He decides the hero power first for sure.
Okay,
That's a whelp.
That's a whelp. Yep. Okay. Oh, he's gonna pass on the spear. Okay.
It's okay. I empathize with him. There's actually not a lot of good warrior spells that can grant you
a board clear here, right?
Not just board clear value.
Yep.
You definitely don't want a card draw, which warrior spells have a lot to do with. You also don't want board clear.
Plus, I think here he needs to avoid taking damage to face because Abu Ibrahim is on 3-turn fatigue, so 9 and 10 and he's dead, right?
9 and 10 is dead. You're
yep.
right.
Easy math now. And Tuan is on 8, 9, 10, which adds up to 8 plus 9 is 17, adds up 10. So he's 1 off. So Tuan is on 4 turns. Abu Ibrahim is on 3 turns.
Okay. Yo,
yep. So
that's poisonous. Wait. Does that change anything?
He gets to push damage to the face, which means that Tuan is now on 3 turns as well. But Tuan is taking damage first. So Tuan will die first if he doesn't connect any minions to Ibrahim's face. There is the Flame Gauger. That does not change the math for Abu Ibrahim. So I think Abu Ibrahim's actually winning with the Poisonous.
Oh my god. I was literally waiting for that screen to pop up to see what the adaptation
Hold up. There's Earthen Scales in the hand of Abu Ibrahim.
Yep.
That gives him armor. So it's not 3 turns, it's 4 turns for Abu Ibrahim. Because I forgot about the Earthen Scales. So now it's 3 turns. I'm right. It's 9 plus 10 plus 11. It's 3 turns because none of the minions on the side of Tuan are going to connect face.
Yeah.
And now it's 3 turns. No, wait, but Tuan gets an extra card. So still 4 turns.
Oh, but the Zap Cannon connecting onto the minion instead of the face, does that change anything? Like you're asking, right? Doesn't matter. Okay, let me just put you on hold for a second as I try to like decipher this board. The weapon does turn into, I can't actually see that, but Direhorn Hashling comes out. That is some sort of minion pressure, which of course Abu Ibrahim is completely out of options for board clear.
I believe those are the knuckles that when you punch a minion, something gets plus something. They get +2/+2. Another relic from a previous generation of cards, which were unfortunately not very good and never played.
Oh, that's sort of justice. In the hands of Tuan.
Oh.
It's sort of justice. We're chilling. It's fine. It's a full board clear with the Flame Geyser. And suddenly, yo, look, well played indeed coming from Ibrahim.
Yeah, I think Ibrahim is just out of options.
Is it over?
Yeah, he has lost board control. He's just dead on the next turn.
Wait.
Yeah, because he can't deal with the wealth. He can't shield block into flurry either.
It is well played. We see the screen shaking. Abu Ibrahim taps out, and Tuan manages to take out one more game against Saudi Arabia. Oh my God, this is well, I wouldn't want to say it's a pain because it has been very interesting with those Elise.
Okay, the first 15 turns were kind of nothing going on, and then the last 10 turns was just back and forth. It really could have went either way.
Yes.
Because I think the most important play came down to the fact that the Azalina managed to steal the Elise.
Yes.
So Abu Ibrahim was actually ahead in terms of the fatigue game. By saying that, I mean he's behind the fatigue, right?
Yes.
But then letting the Azalina copy the second Elise, which you lucked out on from the pack, you know, kind of evened it out, and then you ran out of value because at least, I mean, Azalina gives your opponent more value, right?
Yeah.
So it just came down to the Azalina stealing the Elise. Who would have known?
Oh man, it would have been also pretty awkward if, let's say, Abu Ibrahim runs his own Azalina, right? Because that just means it's infinite Azalinas.
Right,
think about it, right?
right.
There's so many of these permutations. This is what makes Hearthstone so interesting. And I would have thought I was be sleeping, but man, that game itself was one of the best games I've seen so far.
Yeah, I think I've done more math than I should be doing at this event. I think these two guys are the only two Odd Warrior players, so fortunately no more fatigue math for me today.
And no more fatigue math for you guys that are watching, so thank God. I did more math here in this tournament than I did in school.
I think that's...
I'm not even lying.
Maybe you should just go back to school then. Anyway, Abu Ibrahim down 0-2. Forced to queue back the Odd Warrior again against Tuan, who is gonna play the Malygos Druid.
Yep.
Does open with the Twig of the Woe Tree in his hand.
Malygos Druid is a little bit, I would say, unfavored, would you think? Because Odd Warriors usually is able to armor out of range from this, but you can clock out the game pretty early if your draws are great and if you're consistently punching pressure on the board. But this is not the kind of, this is not Mali or Torque Druid, right? You're not gonna swap for fatigue. You're actually trying to deal spell damage. So what do you think of the so far the hands that are being drawn?
I think Tuan has basically a perfect hand. He's only missing the Nourish for now, but Wild Growth into Twig is basically as good as it gets. If he picks up a Nourish, it's basically the nuts. So for now, I think we're just gonna see some pretty boring turns early on.
But Twig early on is great, right? Even though you have Ooze, of course, Abu Ibrahim runs Ooze, so maybe that combo factor is gonna run out of the game. But
Ooh.
That's an early draw, and it's so good.
I mean, he just needs to pick up some spells now.
Some spells.
Some spells, a certain 10 mana spell, a certain infestation.
I wonder what it's called, right?
A ultimate infestation, maybe?
You were quivering on the... I heard like some vibration. Okay, anyway, back to this game here. Ethereum Roam actually being held there. Abu Ibrahim doesn't want to commit that. Maybe just sit there, chill. Even Dynamatic being drawn, he could play that if Tuan decides to drop the Arcane Tyrant, I would say. Because anything that Tuan plays is going to be easily answered by Abu Ibrahim. Also.
Yep, so as we can see here, the Arcane Tyrant going to be eaten up by the Dynamatic here. Turns out magical beings are no match for mechanical dinosaurs.
Elements are actually defeated by mechanics.
That Ooze draw.
So do you wait till like it's, you know...
Yeah, you just wait till it's one charge.
Fire is not gonna do it. He needs to. Do you coin Malfurion?
Nah, I think he just dropped the Giggling Inventor. Is there any reason to do anything else?
Yeah, no.
Coining Malfurion is kind of wasting away a coin, I think.
What would you save your coin for then?
I mean, you can do things like nourish into like coin branching paths. I don't know.
I don't want to say that this match is one-sided, but I believe it is one-sided.
I mean, you can combo the thing with like Spellstone, the Malygos Spellstone kind of thing. Extra mana is always nice.
So see, the fact that the Twig is gonna be destroyed just pretty much drops the win rate of Malygos Druid by a few, like a few percent, right? Because even let's just say if the Twig was still out with Malygos double swipe, double Moonfire to face.
That's a ton of damage, man.
That's a ton, but is it enough to kill a potentially 30 armor?
It's 18 plus 12, so it's actually 30. That's the max burst.
Max burst, right?
Yep.
Warrior's usually able to armor out of that range.
I mean, he's already at 38, so...
See that? Oh, man.
Malfurion is quite important in this matchup because every hero power you get to chunk in is less health for the warrior, but it is looking quite dicey for Tuan here, I think.
And the fact that this Twig is now at one charge, basically, one more turn till it breaks. He's thinking whether he wants to commit this one attack. But if he does, let's just say that Abu Ibrahim does force himself to play the Ooze. He has 4 mana kind of floating. That would be really awkward for him.
You could probably just play the Omega Zambali, maybe. I don't hate it.
Do you think it's too early to break the Twig, actually, if it's at 1 charge?
I mean, you can coin out Malygos, so if he draws a UI, he can go like, turn 8 coin Malygos into UI.
You don't know, you disagree that it's too early to break the Twig into the Malygos combo? Because you are a combo druid, right? So you definitely want to have as much of those resources as possible.
I mean, in this matchup, you're going to need damage from minions either way to win as the druid. So I think you shouldn't get too hooked up on the whole Malygos OTK. You kind of... Sometimes people have this like misconception that Malygos druid is an OTK deck, but it's actually not really. A lot of the times in many matchups, you need to connect some face damage with your minions here.
Okay.
Darius Crowley though gonna kill off that 1/4 Scarab, gonna get buffed up to a 6/6. This is quite a troubling board actually for Tuan. If he does commit some removal here with perhaps coin Malygos, oh wait, the Twig is not 1 charge.
That's what I said. So Tuan made it easier for Abu Ibrahim because he didn't pop like an extra charge off it. That's why the Crowley turn was actually much simpler.
Yeah, it didn't force the Ooze.
Oh my god, but an easy turn for Tuan as he draws into the Lich King.
I think you just play it, right? But then again, the Crowley's still there, so maybe you don't want to swipe it. But Spell's not going face in this matchup is just so bad.
I potentially seeing the Naturalize come down if he decides to play.
So Lich King coin Naturalize?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's okay, right?
It's fine, yeah. I think it's fine.
Or are you okay with letting it grow?
You can always Naturalize it later.
Later,
so
right?
I mean, it's not gonna kill the Lich King, so it's okay.
So here it goes either way, right? So it's either you have Shield Slam to clear it, or your Crowley dies. It's one or the other, which we see in the hands of Abu Ibrahim. He has the Shield Slam, so it's gonna be easy clear.
Easy clear indeed. The question is, what will he do here? I think Shield Slam into Shield Block and Armor Up. Just take it slow. Do you ever go in with the Zelex just to push more face damage?
What are you hurrying here is the question, because you know you're gonna out armor Malygos Druid anyway, and I mean I don't hate like face pressure, I would say, because druids are usually limited on board clear. So if you go wide on the board, chances are they will be forced to swipe the board either, or maybe even commit. Spreading play is gonna be the worst, right? So.
No, actually I was just felt wrong because he needs to play the Ooze to break the Twig, so he can't play the Zelex ever.
Oh, yep. Ever.
Okay, so the Twig has been broken from Tuan there. Look at his expression. I think he knows that this game is pretty much done with. I mean, your Twig has been broken, your Malygos play is not there. You kind of have to play the Malygos now to set up the Floop.
You're right though. So the combo is never gonna go face anymore, right?
Yep. Like, he had a kind of small win con and Malygos into break the Twig, play the Floop, go into Swipe Moonfire for crazy amounts of damage. But now that the Twig has been broken, the Malygos plus Floop play is just not gonna fly.
So, since we know that the combo is out of commission, right now maybe he just wants to, use the Malagos as effectively as he can to control the board, because it is turn 8. We haven't seen Dr. Boom at all, so Tuan knows that it is not in his hand. He might have some time, but he does need some of his own resource to put pressure on the board, because spell pressure is not exactly pressure.
Yep, so I would really like to see the Malagos into the Moonfire and Neutralize here. Just, you need something to stick, right? You have to pray that your Malagos sticks here, as unlikely as that is.
Do you Moonfire face? Oh, he doesn't. He just chills.
I mean, you can save it for the Floop, so it doesn't matter. I think you just hold it.
Okay.
If you want to Moonfire, you Moonfire a minion, and pray that your opponent can't deal with your Malagos.
He can.
In more ways than one.
In more ways than one. You have to be really specific, aren't you?
I mean, he can either Iron Beak out this, just silence it, leave it as a 410, or you could just Flurry as well, but I don't think the Flurry is warranted in this spot. I think you just...
I like the Owl.
Yeah, same.
Because you have tens of millions of ways to for board clear, right? You just don't want that extra spell damage coming into play.
Exactly.
So the Owl into Taunt is probably what I'm going to be seeing here, and if Floop really does come down next turn, Taunt is technically going to be shut out of resources, I'm afraid.
I mean, Floop into the swipe is going to clear up the entire board on the side of Abu Ibrahim. And the Malagos, even if silenced, it's still with 412. So over a couple of turns, that 4 damage is definitely going to stack up.
Oh my god.
I kind of like this, because if you miss, you play the Owl.
Okay, easy.
And it's 66%, right? So it's still in your favor. It's a gamble, which I like. I like the fact that he's taking this now.
Okay. I agree. I agree. But Tuan draws into the Nourish. I was looking at what he drew, so he doesn't really have to, commit his Malagos right now to just, go full face, because otherwise, what you do this turn, you can Death Grip and see what you can steal.
Oh man, what's the best draw for Tuan here? I'm just gonna take a look at Abu Ibrahim's deck. So there is
you can't steal Dr. Broom, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's not a minion.
Elise maybe might be one of the best steals if you can.
Yeah, I think it's probably Elise or Baku. Even Baku wouldn't be bad, right? Like, Elise is a big thing.
Right. Elise gives you potential answers to other things, whereas Baku is just a 9-mana 7/8 severely understated minion. And he, I mean, I don't really hate it. You just need to draw something big.
Yep, he does choose to Nourish 4 cards, picks up the Branching Paths, the Spreading Plague, as well as the Ultimate Infestation.
What does he get?
What does he get?
It's a Baku!
Yeah, it is the Baku, so not the best, but it's quite close, right? You could get a couple of things which were worse, I think.
So you just see Tuan actually chooses to Hero Power and attack face, which I agree, because that's that's how you end the opponent basically.
Yeah, if you kill his minions, you can't win, right? Like.
Yeah, and
you have to put every point of
your
damage
swipe is going to be the one to clear out the minions, right? So, and it is turn 10 after all for Abu Ibrahim, so he gets 3 max. We do see Missile Launcher.
Damage Staggered.
Damage Staggadon. Same thing.
Staggadon.
And a Goblin Bomb. A chill little grenade there.
I don't think he's ever going to play the Goblin Bomb, actually. I mean, what's the point of...
Why not?
I mean, okay, fine. It gives you something to magnetize a Missile Launcher too.
Yes. And he's floating 1 mana. I kind of just would play it at this point. It really doesn't matter.
Do you know how I know he wasn't going to play it?
Why?
Because this is Control Warrior Muscle Memory. If you have a card, do I need to play this? No.
No,
you
don't.
You just don't. I mean, sometimes it comes to backfire.
No. You're right.
When you're playing this deck, right, you get into this habit of like muscle memory, playing as little cards as possible. You ask yourself, is this absolutely necessary? Do I really want to commit this Goblin Bomb?
You're right. It's not necessary, and I do understand the whole muscle memory part, because let's just say, like, if back in those past, like Freeze Mage, for example, were those times of days where if you don't need to play anything, don't play. And Control Warrior is the more prominent deck of this situation, where if you don't need to commit anything, you shouldn't. The Malagos will come down here for it's big enough of a board, I would say.
Yep. I mean, it's as good a swipe as you will get. He unfortunately does not pick up the second Moonfire, so only one of these Moonfires is gonna be able to synergize with the Malagos. Hero Power gonna come down, punch Abu Ibrahim for 3 damage in the face. Abu Ibrahim all of a sudden at 38, which is still super duper healthy.
Oh my god. That Dinomatic draw is a clean clear
for
Abu Ibrahim.
So we have the circle of life now, right? Dynamag better than Flukes. So nature has lost, unfortunately.
Nature has lost.
And it is losing right now to the steel armor of the warrior.
It has lost to technological advances.
Technological.
Dr. Broom must be so proud. Oh my god.
Right, I know, right, Dr. Broom? Your experiments working out well. This Odd Warrior actually a new experiment, kind of, which only emerged in this latest expansion, thanks to Dr. Broom.
I was about to say, yeah, this recent expansion of Dr. Boom, Mad Labs, by the way, has really contributed to the growth of Odd Warrior in general because of, I think it's just two main cards, Dynomatic as well as Dr. Boom at Genius. You can say Zillax is also a really, really strong additional point, but I think every card that is usually Mac really benefits the Odd Warrior. I think they were really pushing Mac Warrior for some reason.
And even Omega Assembly as well. I think that card was super underrated. Like at the beginning, people thought like, oh, Omega Assembly is never going to see play, you know, because it's like, it's such a slow card. Then all of a sudden, people realize, you know what? It's actually pretty good because you can play it early. You get a taunt or something with Rush, you know, and it's decent. In the control matches, Omega Assembly is just the nuts. So Tuan here realizes he has no win condition, chooses to fold, and Abu Ibrahim will take back one game, not going out 0-3, has a little smile on his face. Tuan is just like, just let me go up in the brackets already.
It's really unfortunate because Tuan's now is left only with his Malagos Druid, and he needs to fight out with Abu Ibrahim's even Warlock as well as Mali Druid. And I think if it does come down to the even Warlock, I would be pretty afraid because even Warlock technically can't go above 35 health max. So I would say the Malagos Druid would have some sort of time against the even Warlock, able to even fatigue them if so.
So what happens in that matchup, right, is often the Warlock, when the Warlock wins at least, they draw their big threats early. So they just play a couple of Giants, and the Druid, if they don't get the Naturalize, they often struggle they struggle a lot to deal with the Giants and things like the Twilight Drakes, you know, too many beefy minions on the side of the even lock, and then you just get punched down and you lose. How the Warlock loses this matchup is mostly by not drawing their threats. Because the Druid doesn't play enough threats, so if the early game, the Warlock is drawing his stuff like Doomsayers, his Defiles, you know, all the defensive cards, your Spellstones, your Hellfires, and then you don't put enough pressure on the board, the Druid tends to win. So we will instead see the Malagos Mirror Match.
Oh, Malagos Mirror Match. Are they running the exact same deck list is the question.
So let's just take a look here. I believe that they are not. Because
they're not.
Abu Ibrahim is running a single copy of the Mind Control tech. He has cut out a Giggling Inventor for it. Tuan, on the other hand, is playing one Starfall, which we did not see in the previous game. Abu Ibrahim is also running the Dream Petal Florist, so he has a bigger OTK.
We've seen, yeah, we definitely saw that earlier where we were talking about him having to technically play out his Mind Control tag, otherwise the Dream Petal Florist would be a little bit awkward. But in this matchup though, who would you favor?
Okay, so I think Abu Ibrahim's deck is slightly favored here because the Dream Petal Florist just provides so much more burst. On top of that, he is running 2 copies of Ferocious Howl as compared to the one on the side of Tuan. So that's a lot more armor. In this matchup, you can get like at least 7 or 8 from the Howl.
I think armor is pretty important, but speaking of funny things, both of them had Wild Growth on 2, both of them played Twig. Chances are both of them are going to play Nourish, right? What do you think?
I mean, this is a good game. Because if one player, oh man, this guy and his emotes.
I love him.
Because if one player gets ramp and the other doesn't, it just becomes a very one-sided match, right? But this way, we get to see exciting things. Both players will match each other's Nourish there. Abu Ibrahim is so animated. Tuan, on the other hand, just, you know,
chills
out, staying as still as possible.
He's focused, right? He's in his zone.
So close yet so far. Ooh, Alex Straza pick up on the side of Tuan.
Very important pickup, I think, because like if let's just say Abu Ibrahim naturalize the Alex Straza, that just means there's more draws for Tuan to pick up closer to his lethal.
We will see branching paths into the Ferocious Howl, picking Tuan up some extra cards. You want to play the Dream Petal Florist, I think, but you kind of can't because you might hit the MCT.
You never play Florist, and I think he's thinking of dumping the Spellstone because he is going to overdraw next turn. awkward, isn't it?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he will draw. But do you really want to spellstone your own MCT?
I think it's better to like
UI coin spellstone something else like a Malagos.
Okay, next turn you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand. So it means if you coin Ultimate Infestation, you are going to burn a card.
I think you're fine discarding 1 card.
Okay, I guess. It really sees what he draws next, right? Because it's definitely going to be coin Ultimate Infestation for Abu Ibrahim. Wait, on the side of Tuan, though...
Not necessarily, right? He can just play out other things from his hand and then wait for turn 10, go UI into break your twig, and then play cards.
He's already attacked, though. Did he? Yeah, he chooses to spellstone this. Because think about it though, if he coins into UI, so you know that you have a spellstone left, right? But you don't know what's the next card you're gonna burn. So I'd rather like have the peace of mind to know that I will still be only at 9 cards next turn, rather than the risk of burning a Malagos.
I think this makes more sense the more you explain it, because he has the Floop already in his hand. He has the Dream Petal Florist as well. So the combo is active if he chooses to go for it. He is rewarded. He picks up the Arcane Tyrant. So we will see coin into UI into Arcane Tyrant here.
Which means that the Spellstone wasn't needed to be played last turn. Poggers.
No, because he can't play the Tyrant before playing the UI, so he would draw first. So he would still discard a card?
No, because if you coin and you play UI, you're only at 9 cards, not 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. I can math. I can only counter factorials.
I can only do easy math. The quick math. I can do the quick math.
The quick math.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so UI just come down very nicely.
Okay, yeah, you're right, because now he's on 8 cards. Math is hard.
What? He did play a naked Arcane Tyrant early on, did he? I'm not sure, so I don't think it is.
This is the first Arcane Tyrant.
This is the first Arcane Tyrant, okay.
Starfall here, not amazing. I imagine we're going to see Spellstone into Naturalize.
I'm going to see Wild Growth first, actually, to see what he draws. And then he has the Spellstone to just do some clean clears if he would. I don't think he clear here though. The 8 damage is definitely going to connect phase. Unfortunately, not an Ultimate Infestation turn, because he could have just broken his Twig into doing a lot more crazy stuff. Like maybe even a potential Malagos Moonfire if he does draw it. So he starts off with the draw, Wild Growth. Let's just see what he gets from here. Actually, I don't even hate Starfall as much.
Oh, that's a card.
That was what I was talking about, right?
Oh man. So all of a sudden, it looks like Abu Ibrahim has no way out. He's gonna need to find some way to heal. He's already at 13. So with his current hand, he can go up to 14.
Yes.
The Malagos is gonna do 650 Moonfire, so he's technically at 8 health.
Yeah.
So Swipe will do it.
I would have said that,
Second Moonfire is not enough because the hero power put him 1 up. So he'll be 1 off, right?
How scared is Abu Ibrahim technically? I think it's kind of a warning sign, right? That there is an 8-3 on board. There's no way to clear it right now, aside from even branching paths. I mean,
he picks up the Spellstone. He has a Swipe as well, so he can deal with that.
There's no way to gain armor. Okay, yeah. Armor up does power up the Spellstone. Would he even want to just Spreading Plague here, or just do card draw?
Maybe just swipe into...
You swipe?
Nourish? I don't know.
Do you swipe this though? It's Branching Paths into Spellstone, the 8-3. 8-3 dies, okay, and then I'm assuming a Nourish draw, but I don't think he's gonna play Nourish, because if he would have played it first.
Yep.
Order, right?
I forgot he had a Branching Paths. I thought he had no way to buff the Spellstone.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Lol.
So I think, okay, let's choose the Nourish in the end.
Draw last. There's a saying in Hearthstone, if you draw last, a lot of eyes are,
watching
being judgmental.
Always draw first, Mr. Abu Ibrahim. You're gonna get it from Joshua here.
No.
Joshua, draw first low.
I'm a nice man. But, so, Swipe comes out, is this game?
It's not enough.
Not enough?
9 plus 6, so that's only 15. So the armor up from the Branching Paths will be able to heal Abu Ibrahim out of range. He does pick up the Ferocious Howl as well, so next turn he's going to go up even more. He will heal 10, right, from the Ferocious Howl?
it's extra 10 damage for each spell, right? So it's only... It's just 90? No, with the prop from Hero Power.
He has the flute.
Yes, hello?
I forgot about the flute.
Bro, what is going on with you? This is lethal. You are making me doubt my face.
I forgot about the flute. It will be game. Tuan gonna end this with the legendary combo. Malygos into the flute. Bam, bam, bam.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, indeed, Tuan, showing us how it's done with this game. And Abu Ibrahim, unfortunately, falls to this round.
Yep, so Tuan will be advancing. Vietnam will go up into the semi-finals bracket. Congratulations, Tuan. That was an exhausting, fatiguing series. You know, really huge shout-outs to both players here. I think they played amazingly.
Yes.
Those were not easy to navigate.
Absolutely.
There were so many turns where things could have gone differently.
Yes.
Especially with the Control Warrior mirror match. Even the Malygos Dread mirror match, right? Like, I feel it could have gone any direction at any point. So it's super, super difficult to navigate these control matches, especially when they're mirror matches, right? And this time round, so many mirror matches were played. We saw the Malygos Dread mirror match, we saw the Odd Warrior mirror match, you know. I think it all came down to the fact that Tuan brought the Control Warlock and forced the ban on that side of Abu Ibrahim.
Onto the Control Warlock, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, both players, like you said, put on a really great show. Also great sportsmanship by Abu Ibrahim. He was just going out shaking his hand. He was smiling all the way. I already love this guy. I want to talk to him later.
Yeah, he's not defeated.
Such a character.
He may have lost, but he's not defeated. So I hope to see him next time as well. We will be going to a short break. This has been Clarence and Joshua Wong. We will see you soon for more Hearthstone action.
Halo, semangat kelompok 3. Halo, ayo semangat. Ya, 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 ya.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the 18th Asian Games Hearthstone Esports demonstration event. We have just finished the round of 8 and we're now heading into the semi-finals. My name is Gia and joining me for this next cast is Mr. Joshua Wong. The last series was quite a grueling one. I'm really glad I got to take a break.
She did, and she took a really nice long one indeed compared to the one of the Shadowwalk Shaman. But as you said, it was grueling, but it was also made interesting because of the permutations of what happened with the Azalina Soul Thief, the Elise Trailblazers, and since the quarterfinals is now over, we are heading into the semifinals of GCT Turf versus Kin.
Yes, that's exactly right. And these are the two players that are bringing the quad aggro lineups, including Zoo Warlock, Odd Rogue, Odd Paladin, and Token Druid. This is actually a complete mirror in